Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are doing well. As you know, in the previous two or three classes, we have discussed about different expository writing purposes, uh, its goals, aims, and also we have discussed this the whole course content that we will study in this whole semester. So, in the previous classes, we have talked about the importance of expository writing as well. And also, we have discussed types of expository writing a little bit. And in today class, we will talk about different types of expository writing, that how many types are there, and what is the major role, or what are the some of the characteristics of each and every type of expository writing that we well discussed here. Now, as far as the contents are concerned, so first one is description, or you can say descriptive writing. The second one is illustration, illustrative writing. Same as third one, classification. The fourth one is cause and effect. The fifth one is process analysis. Sixth one is comparative analysis, and then references. References means from where the data is collected. So let's begin from the very first one. Uh, what is descriptive writing? As we know that there are many several types of expository writing. So it include number first one, descriptive writing. So what does it mean by descriptive writing? I have also discussed this in the previous classes. Uh, Anyone who want to participate, what is meant by descriptive writing? Raise your hand, please. Yes, anybody? Aizahan, what do you know about descriptive writing?
सर डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग वो होती है जिसको हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, मतलब राइटर जो होता है वो उसको बहुत एक्सप्लेन करता है और उसमें अपनी मतलब
सही
पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन जो होती है वो ऐड नहीं करता, जो इंफॉर्मेशन जैसी होती है वो उसको वैसे ही लिख
सही सही great. Anyone else want to participate? Yes, Renam.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम।
सर डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग वो होती है जिसके अंदर हम हर चीज़ को डिटेल मतलब उसकी कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं।
सही
सेकंड वन जो चीज़ होती है हम कोई चीज़ एडिशन नहीं करते हैं, तो जो चीज़ जैसी होती है उसको हम वैसे ही राइट करते हैं, तो इसको हम डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग कहते हैं और ये टाइप है हमारे पास एक्सप्लोरेटिव राइटिंग की।
yes great.
जैसे कि हम लोग कोई इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं, कोई भी चीज़ किसी भी लोकेशन के बारे में बता रहे हैं, तो उसको हम वैसे ही लिखेंगे जैसे कि हमने क्लास में डिस्कस किया था कि हवा चल रही है, हम एक क्लासरूम में बैठे हैं, ऑनलाइन क्लास हो रही है और वेदर काफ़ी जो है वो कोल्ड है और टीचर हम क्लास ले रहे हैं और साथ में बस पेन पड़ा हुआ है और
Yes,
राइट कर रहे हैं। तो
great.
सर
Okay,
यही
Malaika Batul want to participate? Yes, Malaika, unmute your mic.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम सलाम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
जी जी, आवाज आ रही है। यस
सर डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग
अभी और हमने एक्सप्लेन किया कि इसमें जो है मतलब राइटर जो है इमेजिनेशन का यूज करके एक चीज को बहुत डिटेल से हमें एक्सप्लेन करता है। लाइक अगर वो किसी स्टैचू की बात के हर एक चीज के बारे में डिटेल से बताएगा। लाइक वो किस टेक्सचर से बना है, या इसके अलावा उसके हाथ कैसे हैं, पैर कैसे हैं, मतलब जो
Okay, yes, Aryan.
सर अगर शॉर्ट में हम डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग को एक्सप्लेन करें तो इस तरह की राइटर इस तरीके से एक चीज को एक्सप्लेन करता है कि जो रीडर है वो उसको विजुलाइज कर सके। जैसे कि हमने एक तरह का पढ़ा था कि ऑनलाइन जो क्लासेस में ऑनलाइन लर्निंग वो किस तरह हो सकती है। एक क्वाइट रूम होगा, जैसे राइटर ने लिखा था कि एक क्वाइट रूम होना चाहिए, वहाँ पे कोई शोर नहीं होना चाहिए, आपके पास अपना लैपटॉप, मोबाइल, हेडफोन एक्सेट्रा जो भी चीज़ आपको चाहिए, कप ऑफ कॉफी, ये सारा कुछ होना चाहिए रमजान के बाद।
Right,
तो
right, great.
इस तरह हम इस सब को हम विजुलाइज कर सकते हैं, यानी हमारे जहन में उसकी एक पिक्चर बनती है, तो इसको हम कहते हैं डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग।
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, we will proceed to the next slide. As you are well aware of what is meant by descriptive writing, that it is about like this type of writing helps readers to visualize and understand all these things in mind, and then it is like depend on those what truly is, and rather than persuading our understanding. So also we have told you about that descriptive writing doesn't it doesn't tell only, but it shows us through vivid and sensory languages while remaining the objectivity and also the facts. So, characteristic and all these things we have studied. An example we have also discussed about the online classroom. There is quite like the place is often take a quiet room, and then students sits with a laptop, just like the way you are sitting right now. Uh, and but unfortunately we don't have any cup of tea because of this holy month. So the classroom actually might be a small desk, and also I'm in a quiet room, but the lights are turned on, and you are listening to me, and I also you when you participate, so the whole class also listen to you as well. So this is what readers basically, when you write all these things and the readers visualize it inside the mind. So this is what descriptive writing is. And now another one is illustrative writing. Illustrative writing, basically the goal. Illustration means exemplification. When we explain something along with certain examples. So the goal of illustrative expository writing is to explain or clarify a general idea by giving specific and relevant examples. Means that it totally focuses on the examples, it totally focuses on the specific information. It aims to clarify the general idea. It aims to give you and also in a detailed way to explain a general idea that what does it mean. So this type of writing helps readers understand the abstract or the broader concepts, because when you write something in a general way and you want to clarify all those things, so this will help readers to understand it in a broader concept, because he or she the readers will be well aware of what you want to portray, what writers want to convey. uh, Actually, this basically these concepts connect readers to the real life situations or the common experiences that they have. And as far as the characteristics are concerned, so uh, the first one is that illustrative writing must be begin with a general statement or idea. And the second characteristic is it follows specific examples. Like we are talking about something, we are talking about a general idea, so we have to provide certain examples as well. And these examples basically, it will follow the general idea. It often included Phrases like, for example, for instance, such as, and also supports the main point using evidence or the scenarios. Means that it will use the evidence in order to support the main points, in order to support the general idea. You have to provide the evidence, you have to clarify the scenario, means the scene, the situation in which you are writing. So this is all about it. And as far as the paragraph example is concerned, so look at this paragraph. This is actually an illustrative paragraph, an illustrative type of writing. Here you will think about a general idea as well, and also you will face some examples as well that will support this main idea, and also some evidences as well. So the very first sentence, the topic sentence is online learning provides flexibility for many students. For example, a student who works part-time can choose to study at night instead of attending a daytime class. It talks about like now, right now, I'm looking at the participant, the student, they are 28 in numbers, but your class mates are almost 50, I think. So the remaining students, 2021, they will obviously check this lesson after. They will look at the recorded lectures because possibility is there that they will be busy in some work. So that's why here the online learning provides a flexibility for those students who are busy right now and they are not in a mood to attend this lecture. So, for example, यहाँ पे student who works part-time job can choose to study at night instead of attending a daytime lesson, a daytime class. A mother caring for a child might watch recorded lectures while baby naps. Baby naps means while baby is sleeping, and so she will uh, learn, she will look at the recorded lectures later on. These examples show that now, as far as illustration is concerned, here the first sentence talk about a general idea that online learning provides flexibility for many students is a general idea. Now we will provide some examples in order to support this statement. And the example is that students who work part-time can choose to study at night instead of attending a daytime class. A mother, this is one another support. A mother caring for a child might watch recorded lectures while baby naps, while baby sleeps. These examples, now we are providing evidence. These examples shows that online learning allows students to manage education around their personal lives, something that is harder to do in a traditional classroom settings. And this is what written by the scholar in 2013. So illustrative type of writing will be like this type of writing. Another, we have classification. As far as classification is concerned, you are well aware of this classification, and you have studied a lot in biology. That, for example, uh, classification of plants, or you can say vertebrates, invertebrates, or you can say in education, if we talk about education, so it is classified in three areas like formal education, informal education, non-formal education. So here classification means that the purpose of writing is to take a broad topic and divide it into categories that make it easier to understand. So if we want to write a broad topic, something that is very complex, and then we classify all those things in such a way that it becomes easy for us to understand, it becomes easy for us to digest it. So it is, a classification type of writing. Now, this helps, means that this classification type of writing method helps organize information by showing different types, forms, or groups based on shared features or characteristics. So we will talk about many things. We will write about anything, and then we will explain, we will classify all those things that we want to write. As far as the characteristics are concerned, so the first one is that it focuses on sorting a topic into logical groups. Means we have to make some groups. And then Each category should be clearly defined. Means that if we classify some categories or a topic into some categories, so we will definitely classify it. The third one is categorize. Categories should be mutually exclusive, means there will be no overlap. There will be no confusion among these. Examples may be used to support each class, and then we will provide example that support each class. And as far as the next slide is concerned, it's about the example paragraph. An example paragraph, we can, if you study this paragraph, so you will be well aware of how to write a classification type of writing. Students in both online and traditional classrooms can be classified into three types of learners. Means this is the very first sentence. And the very first sentence, the topic is very much clear that students in both online and traditional classrooms can be classified into three types of learners. Means that this is a type of writing in which classifications are there. Classifications of what? Learners. So visual learners, auditory learners, and kinesthetic learners. Visual learners prefer watching videos or looking at diagrams which work well in both formats. Means they have just defined the visual learners, and then they define auditory learners, that auditory learners benefit from lectures and group discussions, making it traditional classrooms more engaging for them. And then kinesthetic learners who learns by doing might find both environments challenging unless hands-on activities are included. Understanding these three categories basically helps teachers design more effective lessons. The fact is that this is one type of paragraph, classification paragraph. So now you are well aware of that, how to write uh, classification paragraph, that we have to write a topic sentence in such a way that it talks about one main point, and then we classify all those things so that readers might understand it in a better way. Now, after that, we have the fourth one. This is cause and effect type of writing, and it is very clear from the name, cause and effect. Cause and effect writing explores the reasons something happens, like why something happens. So it explores the reasons, and the results are the consequences or the effects of that happening. So when we write certain paragraphs, that there is a reason, and then the effect is also there. So this comes in the categories of cause and effect type of writing. This structure basically helps readers see the connection between the events, actions, or situations, making it useful for explaining trends, issues, or changes. As far as the characteristics are concerned, the first one include explain one or more causes and their effects. So we will have a cause and then effect as well. The second one can focus on either the cause, the effect, or both. It will focus on the cause or effect or both. The third characteristic is often uses signal words like because, as a result, due to, consequently, and the fourth one is logical organization is the key. Because when there is no logic, so how can we write something? If there is a cause, there will be effect. So this is what we will write it in a logical way. And then example paragraph is concerned. Now look at this example. You will be aware of how to write cause and effect for a paragraph. Online learning became more common because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which forced schools to close and move to the digital platforms. The first one when COVID was coming, now also the world around, the environment, the situation around the world is not that much good. That's why we are conducting online class here today as well. So now if we focus on the previous history, that online learning became more common because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Means that why the online learning was common? what is the effect that we are taking online classes, and what was the cost because of the COVID-19, which forced schools to close and move to the digital platforms. As a result, many students struggled with motivation and time management. Like we are struggling with time because we know that we have 40 minutes to complete this session. After that, Zoom will stop working. So we are struggling with time. We are, you can say, uh, doing our time management to complete all these things in the very 40 minutes, it leading to lower performance for some. Others, however, learn to be more independent and self-disciplined. So this is what just cause and effect, that something happened and why it has happened and what are its consequences. Now, after that, we have the fifth type, which is process analysis. The aim of this process analysis writing is to explain how something works or how to do something step by step. Means that it is a process. For example, if you are buying a laptop, so there will be a user manual in that, and there will be some process that first you have to open the uh, packet. Second, you have to erase the shoppers, and third, you have to open the laptop. So this is a process. And now in process analysis, if you are writing something to explain how something works or how to do something step by step, like firstly, secondly, initially, finally, thirdly, lastly, etc. So this is the we write something in a process in a step by step. And this method is useful for teaching procedures, explaining tasks, or showing the reader how a result is achieved. So this is useful. Why? Because if you start from the very beginning, like firstly, then secondly, then thirdly, then lastly, then finally, or you can say if you focus on this very lecture, and the very first when I focused on the contents, that in today's class I will discuss these things: description, illustration, classification, process analysis, etc. So this is what it helps explaining tasks. It helps readers to understand it in a very simple way. Now, as characteristic is concerned, so present steps in chronological order. Means firstly, secondly, star. Uses clear transition words like first, next, then final. These should be used inside our paragraph if we are writing a process analysis writing paragraph. So steps should be complete and easy to follow. Often includes materials or tools if needed. Now, example paragraph, if you look at the example paragraph, we can have a very good like easy paragraph. The process of attending an online class usually begins with the student logging into a learning platforms. तो ये जो प्रोसेस होता है कि स्टूडेंट्स में लॉग इन होते हैं प्लेटफॉर्म में, तो वो क्या होता है, वो हम बिगिन करते हैं यानी कि ये प्रोसेस जो है वो बिगिन होता है जब वो लॉग इन करते हैं, जूम ऐप में आप जाते हैं, वहां पे लॉग इन करते हैं. देन नेक्स्ट they find the scheduled lectures or reading assignments for the day. Then they complete any exercises or quizzes and submit them online. Finally, they check for feedback from the teacher or participate in the discussions forums. These simple steps are repeated each week to stay on track with the course. So this type of paragraph is, which type of paragraph? Process analysis paragraph. Because here we are writing something by following certain steps, by following certain process to make it easy for the students, for the readers. And the last one is that comparative analysis paragraph. Comparison and contrast writing aims to show the similarities and or differences between two or more subjects. If we want to compare two or more things, so we will definitely write comparative paragraphs, and that will come under the which type? They will come under the comparative analysis writing type. This type of writing helps readers understand a subject better by putting it alongside another one. इसका ये फायदा होगा कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस का कि सब्जेक्ट को जब हम पढ़ेंगे कि किसी चीज को हम अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं एंड वी राइट कंपैरेटिव पैराग्राफ, सो इट विल बी easy for us to understand it in a better way. Why? Because if you compare something with other things, so it becomes easy. And then, as well as examples are concerned, so it can focus on similarities, differences, or both similarities and differences. It uses two common structures. Block, it means discuss one subject fully, then another, or point by point, compare one aspect at a time. And then signal words, both, however, similarly, unlike, in contrast, whereas, however. So all these things are used here. And just look at this paragraph where traditional and online learning are compared with one another for easy understanding. Online and traditional learning both aims to educate students and help them succeed. However, online learning is often more flexible and allows students to study at their own pace, while traditional learning classroom provides more direct support from teachers and opportunities for face-to-face interaction. For example, students who need regular reminders may benefit from the structure of a physical classrooms while self-motivated learners might prefer the independence of an online course. So this was all about, these are some references from where I have taken this data, different research papers. And now this was what all about today lecture. Now you want to participate something, so you are free, or you have any question in your mind, you have 10 minutes to ask questions and also participation. Yes, please. Yes, Orenab. Yes.
Sir,
Say-
sir, I have some.
Yes.
सर मैं आज के टॉपिक को मतलब बता दूं, रिवाइज कर दूं?
पहले कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को मौका दे, सवाल भी है वो, अगर कुछ कहे तो लास्ट में आप यस रिवाइज कर ले। फिर अगर किसी को कोई मसला हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, यस यू कैन रेज योर हैंड। यस सवाल।
सर मैंने ये अभी बात की थी, मुझे ये एक्सप्लेन करना था। खैर बाकी स्टूडेंट क्वेश्चन कर ले, फिर मैं एक्सप्लेन कर दूंगी।
अच्छा अच्छा। यस, एनीबॉडी एल्स? Yes, Falak, you want to participate something? Yes, Malaika Batul. Yusuf, you want to say something? Okay, now anyone want to revise this lecture in just 1 or 2 minutes? Raise your hand, please. Oh, well. Okay, Aryan, you will revise it after Shraval.
सर आज हमने जो है एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग की टाइप्स पढ़ी हैं। हमारे पास जो दूसरी डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग हो गई थी पिछली क्लास में, इस क्लास में हमने बाकी टाइप्स पढ़ी हैं। जो दूसरी टाइप है हमारे पास वो इलस्ट्रेटिव राइटिंग है। जिसमें ऑथर जो है वो हमारे पास अपनी किसी भी आइडिया को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए रियल लाइफ से कोई एग्जांपल देता है, जिसकी वजह से जो रीडर है उसे वो आइडिया क्लियरली समझ में आ जाए और वो उस कंसेप्ट को समझ लेना क्लैरिफाई हो जाए, उस कंसेप्ट को समझ ले। ये इलस्ट्रेटिव राइटिंग है। तीसरी टाइप है क्लासिफिकेशन राइटिंग, यानी ये हमारे पास एक्सपोजिट राइटिंग की टाइप है, जिसमें ऑथर जो है एक टॉपिक को, एक ब्रॉड टॉपिक को ग्रुप्स में या फॉर्म्स में डिवाइड कर लेता है, जिससे ऑथर को जो है समझने में आसानी होती है। सपोज करें मतलब मेरे पास एक फार्म है और उसमें मुख्तलिफ़ किस्म के जानवर हैं और मुझे उन्हें खाना देना है, तो मुझे इस चीज़ की समझ नहीं आएगी कि मैं उन्हें मतलब कौन से जानवर को कौन सा खाना दूँ। तो उनको हमने दो ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर लेंगे। सपोज हम अगर मैं उसे दो ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड करूँ, जैसे हर्बीवोरस और कार्निवोरस, तो उस हिसाब से मुझे ये चीज़ समझ में आसानी से आएगी। ये क्लासिफिकेशन राइटिंग हो गई। फिर काज एंड इफेक्ट है कि इससे ऑथर जो है हमारे पास इस चीज़ को एक्सप्लेन कर रहा है कि क्यों एक इवेंट हो रहा है और उससे हमारे पास क्या नताइज निकल रहे हैं। यानी जैसे कि ऑनलाइन जो है लर्निंग के बारे में अभी सर ने हमें बताया कि ये कोरोना वायरस जब हमारे पास आया था तो उसकी वजह से ये चीज़ सामने आई थी और ऑनलाइन लर्निंग लोगों ने स्टार्ट की थी, और जो है अब ये आगे भी बहुत फ़ायदा हमारे पास पहुंचा रही है। तो ये काज एंड इफेक्ट हो गया। फिर प्रोसेस एनालिसिस है कि इससे किसी भी प्रोसेस को या टास्क को हम जो है स्टेप्स के थ्रू समझते हैं। मतलब सपोज करिए मैं कोई चीज़ बेक कर रही हूँ, तो अगर मैं डायरेक्ट कहूँ कि इसमें ये सारी चीज़ें डाल दे, ये चीज़ इसमें आएगी, तो वो चीज़ जो है रीडर को समझ में नहीं आएगी। अगर मैं स्टेप बाय स्टेप कहूँ कि इसमें पहले ये आएगा, फिर ये आएगा, फिर ये आएगा, तो ये प्रोसेस एनालिसिस की एग्जांपल है कि स्टेप बाय स्टेप रीडर को जो है कोई टास्क या कंसेप्ट हम समझा रहे हैं। लास्ट में कंपेरेटिव एनालिसिस है कि इसमें कोई भी आइडिया या टॉपिक को हम कंपेयर कर लेते हैं, तो ताकि उसमें हम सिमिलैरिटीज या डिफरेंसेस को बता सकें, जिससे रीडर को समझ आए। जैसे कि हमने अभी पिछले सेमेस्टर में वोल्टिक सेल गिलवानिक सेल पढ़ा था, तो उससे हमें समझ में आया था कि इन दोनों सेल में डिफरेंसेस क्या थे और हमने उसको जो है इजीली समझ लिया था। सर यही बस।
ओके, नाउ मोहम्मद अरियान।
यस सर, आज हमने एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग की 6 टाइप्स पढ़ी हैं, जिसके अंदर हमारे पास सबसे पहले डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग है। इसके अंदर हमारे पास बेसिकली जो राइटर होता है वो किसी भी चीज को, किसी भी टॉपिक को इस तरह एक्सप्लेन करता है कि उसको जो पढ़ने वाला है, जो रीडर है, वो उसको विजुलाइज कर सके। जैसे ऑनलाइन लर्निंग की हमने एग्जांपल दिया। सेकंड में हमारे पास इलस्ट्रेशन एंड एक्सप्लिकेशन राइटिंग है। इसके अंदर हम एग्जांपल्स का सहारा लेते हुए किसी भी टॉपिक को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। वो जो एग्जांपल्स हम लेते हैं वो रेलिवेंट होनी चाहिए और स्पेसिफिक होनी चाहिए। जैसे कि ऑनलाइन
सही।
लर्निंग की हमने एग्जांपल दिया कि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ऑनलाइन लर्निंग सही है और उसके लिए ट्रेडिशनल बेस्ड ऑन देयर
भाई।
उनके लिए जिस तरह है। थर्ड वन इज क्लासिफिकेशन। क्लासिफिकेशन में हम बेसिकली कैटेगराइज कर लेते हैं कुछ कुछ चीज़ों को। जैसे कि साइंसेज में मोस्टली इसी तरह होता है। जैसे अभी गलवानिक और वोल्टिक सेल का जिक्र हुआ था, इसी तरह चीज़ों क्लासिफाई करके उनको अपनी आसानी के लिए हम कैटेगराइज कर देते हैं, ताकि उनको एक्सप्लेन करने में हमें आसानी हो। उसके बाद हमारे पास कॉज एंड इफेक्ट राइटिंग है। कॉज एंड इफेक्ट राइटिंग में सबसे पहले हम किसी चीज़ का कॉज एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, यानी हैपनिंग बयान करते हैं हम उसकी, और उसके बाद उसके रिजल्ट या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। और किस तरह की राइटिंग होती है वो होती है कॉज एंड इफेक्ट राइटिंग। और इसके कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ये हैं कि कभी हम सिर्फ कॉज या सिर्फ इफेक्ट को भी कर सकते हैं और कभी हम दोनों को भी कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट
ओके,
वन इज प्रोसेस।
आई थिंक
प्रोसेस
अरियान, लेट अदर्स
यस
स्पीक।
सर।
और भी पार्टिसिपेट करना चाह रहा है तो बिकॉज वी आर लेफ्ट विद 2 मिनट एंड 40 सेकेंड, सो और भी अगर कोई कुछ कहना चाहता है तो वो भी एक एक 30-30 सेकेंड में डिस्कशन कर ले।
यस सर।
यस, वेयर इज आयजा? उसने चैट में मैसेज किया है कि आई वांट टू पार्टिसिपेट। यस आयजा खान, अनम्यूट योर माइक।
सर आज हमने दूसरी टाइप पढ़ी एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग की, जिसमें हमने पढ़ा जो है इलस्ट्रेटिव राइटिंग। इसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि एक चीज़ को क्लियरली एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, और इसका मकसद होता है कि हम किसी ब्रॉडर कंसेप्ट को क्लियरली एक्सप्लेन कर सकें, और इसमें हम फ्रेजेस भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं। जैसे अगर हम कहें कि ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन जो है वो ज़्यादा फ्लेक्सिबल है, एज कम्पेयर टू ट्रेडिशनल एजुकेशन। तो इसमें हम फिर क्या करते हैं कि एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हम एग्जांपल दे देते हैं और साथ में हम एविडेंसेस भी दे देते हैं ताकि चीज़ जो हो वो ज़्यादा क्लियर हो जाए। और फिर उसके बाद आती है जो थर्ड वन है वो है क्लासिफिकेशन। इस तरह की राइटिंग में हम चीज़ों को क्लासीफाई कर देते हैं। जैसे हम बायो में जितने भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं उसको 5 किंगडम में क्लासीफाई करते हैं, इस तरह हम क्लासिफिकेशन कर देते हैं ताकि हम चीज़ों को ज़्यादा अच्छे से अंडरस्टैंड कर सकें। फिर है काज एंड इफेक्ट। इसमें हम क्या करते
Okay,
हैं, क्या
Malaika.
सर?
Now Malaika Batul want to participate. Yes, Malaika. Unmute your mic.
तो आज हमने डिफरेंट टाइप्स पढ़ी। एक्सपोजिटरी राइटिंग की टाइप जो हमने पढ़ी, 5 टाइप्स है हमारे पास। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हमारे पास डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग है। तो डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग में हमें पढ़ा कि इट गिव्स द रीडर अ क्लियर एंड डिटेल पिक्चर ऑफ अ पर्सन, प्लेस, ऑब्जेक्ट और समथिंग। फॉर एग्जांपल मतलब अगर इसमें हम किसी चीज को एक्सप्लेन, किसी चीज के बारे में बता रहे हैं, किसी पिक्चर के बारे में, पर्सन के बारे में, या कोई भी चीज हो सकती है, तो उसको हम डिटेल्ड, लाइक अगर किसी पर्सन के बारे में बता रहे हैं तो हम बताते हैं कि वो पर्सन कैसा है, या अगर उसकी अपीयरेंस के बारे में बता रहे हैं तो हम उस एक डिटेल चीज बताते हैं ताकि जो रीडर है वो उसको विजुअलाइज कर सके और उसको पता लग सके कि हम क्या कहने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Okay,
इसके
Malaika,
बाद जो
we are short with time, so we have just 30 seconds. Okay, we will conclude it. In the next class, we will discuss about the characteristics of expository writing. सही है. Now I will stop the recording.